Good morning. I'm Paul Gordon, and this is the Peorian. When my daughter was small, we often enjoyed having daddy-daughter dates, usually dinner somewhere nice, followed by a movie, a play, or some special event. One of the most enjoyable was when we went to see the Nutcracker, the extravaganza performed every year around Christmas by the Peoria Ballet. I don't believe there was a little girl in the audience who did not dream of someday dancing the role of the Sugar Plum Fairy. The Nutcracker is based on the story The Nutcracker and the Mouse King, with the ballet score written by Tchaikovsky. It's performed around this time of year by ballets worldwide, and here at the Peorian, we believe it just shows again how much this area has to offer. A metropolitan area of 350,000 people with its own ballet company, with incredible talent being taught by professionals capable of dancing anywhere. You'll get the chance to see that talent again this year. Nutcracker performances are Saturday, December 10th at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, December 11th at 2 p.m. at the Peoria Civic Center Theater. Tickets are on sale now. But the Peoria Ballet is, of course, much more than just the Nutcracker. And our guests today are Board President Terry Cook and dance instructor Tamara Chalicombe. They'll discuss the Nutcracker and the organization after these messages. Welcome back to the Peorian. Our guests today are Terry Cook, President of the Board of the Peoria Ballet, and Tamara Chalicombe, one of the organization's very talented instructors. Thank you for joining us today, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Tamara, you've been involved in the Nutcracker. I mean, I know you've been involved with Peoria Ballet, but you've also been involved with the Nutcracker here and elsewhere for a long time, correct?
I have, many years. In fact, I was in it myself back in the 1980s. And then I directed it at a studio in Bloomington for several years, and then came over here, and last year I got to co-direct it.
Okay.
And been a little bit behind scenes for several years, so because we have children in it as well. So
that's right, 3 of your own daughters
That's
are
right.
performing in it. And this year you are assisting Survey Gallardo, who is the director, is that correct? Okay. Is this a challenging show for students?
Yes, especially this year they've had to learn the choreography very quickly, and it is very intricate choreography. It's always something new. It's like the variations that are often seen. There's only really the Sugar Plum variation. Otherwise, it's all the director's vision as to what the choreography is. So it's very challenging, and then you've got little tiny children who have to know where to go and how to do it and get to the right place at the right time so they're not trampled by larger students coming in. So.
Are we going to see some civic leaders in the show this year, walk-on parts that we've seen in the past?
Yes, we are having community leaders in the performance again this year. It's going to be a surprise for everyone. I will share with you that former Mayor Dave Ransburg and his wife Zan are participating again. Stay tuned for the surprise.
Now, Dave and Zan have done it before, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yes, they did it last year.
Okay.
So.
And of course, anybody who has seen the Nutcracker knows that the costumes are out of this world. Is there one person responsible for the costuming of this show?
Well, we actually have a whole crew of seamstresses that help tweak them. Some of them are handed down through the years, and then some of them are original pieces that are just lovely and brilliant.
How many years has the Peoria Ballet done the Nutcracker?
Oh boy.
We've been around for 46 years.
And probably most of those years, I would think. It's been done because it's a moneymaker. It really is.
Well, and it's also because of the subject matter, something you put on at Christmas.
It's something you can have your whole family attend. It's a tradition for many, many families.
And the music is well known.
Yes, extremely well known.
We have live music again this year, provided by the Heartland Festival Orchestra.
Oh, great. Dr. David Commande, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to show some footage from a past performance of the Nutcracker, which we hope will whet your appetite to go see this incredible production. That was a portion of the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. And I should, again, point out the score is so well known and performed with such
intensity.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. And the voices, do we have the children's chorus again this year?
We will have a live chorus. We're not sure who it's going to be yet.
Right.
And who is dancing the Sugar Plum Fairy this year?
We have guest artists from St. Louis Ballet. The Sugar Plum Fairy will be Aaron Swinney,
Okay.
and the Cavalier is Elliot Golette.
Okay, wonderful. When we come back, we're going to talk about other events and things that the Peoria Ballet does every year. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to the Peorian and our guests Terry Cook and Tamara Chalicombe from the Peoria Ballet. Before we get into some of the other things that the ballet is involved in, you are still selling sponsorships to this year's shows. Is that correct, Terry?
Yes.
What does that entail? What are you looking for in amounts? Are you selling?
We're always looking for big donors, of course. One way to experience the full Nutcracker experience is to purchase a Friends of Claret package. It's $150. It includes 2 tickets to Nutcracker.
Okay.
You choose the performance. A studio party invitation where you get to see live rehearsal. That's December 2nd.
Okay.
An after party after opening night, and your name will appear on a plaque at the ballet in the lobby.
Oh,
So it's a great way to support the ballet and get the full experience of Nutcracker.
Friends of Clara, we should tell people Clara is the child.
Yes.
In the
And it's
ballet,
also
correct?
Mrs. Cook's daughter.
In this year's performance,
In
you
this
mean?
year's performance. It's
Okay.
played by Ellen Cook. And one other thing that we should mention is that the orchestra, we are still looking for sponsorship in order to assure that they will be playing for us. And one of the ways you can do that is just, we have little sponsorship cards. You can pledge as much as you like to help support our mission to have a live orchestra. And as a dancer, just having a live orchestra, it gives you so much more energy than having a recording. It helps you feel the spirit of the music. It gives you time to make certain movements, or you're not set in stone as to what pace you have to take. You can kind of make it lyrical and help yourself be energized by the music. That's
How many
played.
rehearsals will the orchestra be with the dancers?
I believe they're with us for 3 rehearsals.
Okay.
For 3 rehearsals, and then they play the shows. So.
And you also have a show just for students, is that correct?
Yes, we do. We have 2 shows, which are that all the students in the area come and get to watch the Nutcracker. They bus them in, schools bus them in to come and see the kids. It's great because it's a rehearsal process for the dancers, as well as allowing people and the students in the area to come and witness the Nutcracker at a reduced rate.
We were awarded a grant from the Community Foundation to assist with that,
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
which also involves a lot of outreach that we're participating in.
Tell us about the academy. What else do you do at the ballet? I know that you emphasize ballet,
Right.
but you also teach other forms of dance,
Right.
correct?
I also teach tap, jazz, lyrical. We have offered music theater in the past. We are just starting a Pilates class,
Pilates.
which is wonderful for dancers especially, and you should get in there.
Only if the ambulance is standing by.
We have a class that's just for boys,
Okay.
so that they can get stronger, and so they get used to the movement of ballet and feel more comfortable than being around little girls in leotards. So, I mean, they're around them as well, and some of them really like that, of course, but kind of gives them their own private time as well. So
another annual event is Art That Rocks. What can you tell us?
it's not.
About that?
That's our spring performance this year, and this should be really fun because it'll be original choreography set to rock music. So it should be really fun and inspiring for the students as well as for the choreographers. So.
Who will you teach it or will the students teach it? What, they make it up themselves?
I'm not sure that we're quite certain of that yet, so we'll see.
When is that? When is it?
That's in the end of...
It's in April.
April. End of April.
And it will be more contemporary dance.
Okay, back to the academy again quickly. The classes that you teach, there is a cost, but there's also scholarships available, correct?
Right.
Okay. And they can apply through the ballet.
Exactly. All boys are on scholarship.
Okay.
So we allow them to come and take class for the experience, and because we need partners. If we don't have boys to lift us around, then we don't look like fairies. We're just dancing on the floor. So.
We're going to take a break now for messages from our sponsors. But first, here is the Peorian's own Kevin Kaiser to talk about what's happening in the culinary and literary world.
Hey, it's your faithful literary and culinary conquistador Kevin here to let you in on my little world. This week we're going cold hard lit with another edition of Kevin Reads Stuff So You Don't Have To. This week, a book on everyone's favorite president. Say it with me, James A. Garfield. You didn't say it with me. Anyway, the book is titled Destiny of the Republic by Candace Millard, and it's true. Garfield might have been the most extraordinary man ever elected president. Born dirt poor, he was a brilliant scholar and Civil War hero who turned reformist congressman before being nominated for president against his will, which is hard to believe in this day and age, but true. He gave a speech at the Republican convention on behalf of another candidate, but the delegates were so moved by his mad oratorical skills they nominated him instead, and he steamrolled on to the presidency. I can only imagine how much lasagna was consumed at that inaugural celebration. However, just 4 months into his presidency, Charles Guiteau, a deranged man who sought an office in the administration, shot Garfield saying, "I am a stalwart, Arthur is president now." The stalwarts were a faction of the Republicans led by Garfield's hated rival, Roscoe Conkling. Now, the president didn't die immediately, and looking back, his injuries shouldn't have been fatal. But due to shockingly archaic medical treatments, which resulted in painful infections, the president literally rotted away. As his condition worsened, Garfield received help. Alexander Graham Bell worked around the clock to invent a new device capable of finding the bullet. But alas, his body riddled with infection, Garfield died a few months later. And Odie was sad. From the insanity of the assassin to the actual cause of death, this book reads like a piece of fiction. Garfield, brilliant and robust with the potential to be a great president. Bell, determined inventor trying to save the president, which was the precursor to the X-ray. Guiteau, delusional assassin who thought he was a national hero and that God spoke to him. And then on the medical side, you have Dr. Bliss, the stubborn presiding doctor whose archaic methods caused the infections that led to Garfield's death. And Dr. Lister, developer of the now basic method of sterilization that was mocked by Dr. Bliss. And on the political side, you have Conkling, Garfield's preening political rival whom many thought was behind the shooting, but he wasn't. But I mean, look at this guy. He's capable of anything. Look at that hair. And then you have Chester Arthur, Conkling's bumbling lackey who assumed the presidency after Garfield's death. So there you have it, another edition of Kevin Reads Stuff So You Don't Have To. And as always, you're welcome. That's what's going on in my little world this week. Don't miss my segment next week when I talk about whatever I feel like talking about at the time when I have to shoot my next segment. Good morning.
We're back talking about the Peoria Ballet with Terry Cook, the board president, and dance instructor Tamara Chalicombe. Terry, the ballet, like so many other community organizations, cannot survive without volunteer help, period. I've been involved in community theater, I know that. What are some of the other ways, some of the other ways, I'm sorry, that the ballet is funded?
We have a lot of fundraisers throughout the year. Sponsorships for our shows are very important. Also, the parents, I believe, are such a big part of the organization. Behind the scenes, sewing costumes,
really
and just a lot of different skills that all come together. And for example, the Friends of Clara package that I talked to you about earlier, it's just a constant fundraising effort, and just getting people out to the shows and seeing what we're all about.
Yeah.
And they become passionate about it.
And one of the cute little things that, we have cute things that's going on right now, some of the mothers have created little Nutcracker signs, and that's sort of a fundraiser in a way because they're renting them, and it's a small fee, and then they get part of the rental fee back, but it says my daughter is in the Nutcracker, or my student, sort of like Cornstalk has.
Sure,
but,
for sandwich boards or
right,
something.
right, so they're very cute.
And I did see on the website too, it said rentals. What do you rent out? Costumes or what?
Costumes, sets.
Sets?
Yeah, we have a Romeo and Juliet set that was purchased several years ago. It's beautiful. Some of the backdrops maybe.
We have
rented
Giselle,
as well.
Cinderella, Nutcracker. Might leaving anything out.
Yeah, I think that's it.
The
so.
sets and backdrops you use for Nutcracker, those are owned by the ballet,
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
including that fabulous Christmas tree that pulls up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And those were handcrafted by volunteers as well.
Including the costumes, the Nutcracker costume, the adult Nutcracker
Yes.
costume.
Yes.
Yes.
And the mice and all of that.
And the tutus.
And the tutus.
There are women that sit and make those tutus. So, and they're beautiful.
Oh, they sure are. I mean, fabulous costumes in the
Yes.
show, and the sets also. Some of the fundraisers, I mean, you will do you'll have your dancers out there washing cars, right?
Yes, we do. We had a car wash this summer. We also have a garage sale that's kind of become an annual event, and our girls will go stand with their tutus on and hold signs saying that we're having a garage sale at the ballet. So all the families bring their gently used junk.
We have a gala every 2 years.
What is that?
Gearing up for that. We always have a ballet theme. The first year was Cinderella,
Okay.
and the other one was Romeo and Juliet.
By that, they'll perform the show as part of.
It's more like a ball,
Okay.
dinner
Yeah,
and dancing.
dinner, dance,
Very elegant.
Yeah, all dressed up. And then there are segments that are danced. So there is a little bit of entertainment. We had an orchestra the second year as well. So.
Is that a black tie event? Mm-hmm. Where do you normally do that at?
At the
The
Peoria
Country Club of Peoria.
Okay. Okay. The ballet, if people wanted to come sign up or just check out what you're about, it's located on Detweiler Drive, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And can they come anytime during the day? What are the hours at the?
They're welcome to come anytime. If they would like a private tour, just call the ballet, and we'd be happy to offer that.
And the classes are generally in the evening to make it, ideal for students and that type of thing. But we do offer company classes during the day as well, at noon. And I believe there's a couple of adult classes that take place during the day as well.
You had some performers from the recent tour of Wicked come out 1 or 2 days, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Was that they just wanted to tune up, or what was that about?
They needed some space to, they actually were working on new choreography that they wanted to present, but they came and took class with Survey, and the students were so excited.
I
Oh,
talked
my
to
goodness.
a couple of your students. And they certainly were.
Yes.
They got there early, in fact. So basically, this is a very important part of Peoria's culture.
It is a very
Yes.
important part of Peoria's culture. And not only in that we have a fabulous ballet company, but we lend our talents to community theater as well, so we just need to support each other, and as the arts all need to do.
What you would like people to do more than anything else is probably give you a call and say, what can I do to help?
Absolutely.
And it's more than just giving money, correct?
Right.
We have all kinds of things that we can use help with.
You
so.
still need volunteer help for this year's Nutcracker?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll find something for you to do.
Well, as I mentioned, the show will be performed this coming Saturday at 7:30 p.m. and then on Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Peoria Civic Center Theater, and tickets are on sale now. Ladies, thank you again for being here with us today and giving us your time. I
It was a
appreciate it.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Remember, you can see today's episode in its entirety on our website, thepeorian.com. And join us again next week on WHOI TV at 8 a.m. Good day.
Música